saying so.
Yo,
It
here's like
it's
another
a real
thing.
life experience. You know what I'm saying? So people like to cap like, oh, I didn't have to do this, I didn't have to do that. But it's like you didn't live through nothing, you know. So you don't,
It's
y'all
also
never.
like you want another thing that a lot of people don't always see is what it's like to be in a room full of really rich white guys and not see a person of color or a woman in that room and hear that conversation. Not everybody really actually gets that experience. You get
Mm,
that experience and then you hear the plight of other people and you're like, no man, I've seen some shit now and I can't go back in time and unsee the shit that I seen. But
no, you
yo,
can't. You can't.
so one time I'm talking about like, because like I speak kind of like this at work sometimes, right? And so people kind of like act like I'm black or some shit. I don't know how else to put it. It gets fucking weird. Like they act like I'm some like not white person with it. It's literally I've been called the token black guy. I'm like at first I was like whatever, that's kind of cool. I'm a rapper, and then I fucking thought about that shit years later.
And
I was
you're
like,
like,
what does
wait
that
a
mean?
minute.
But then one time I'm talking
What's
about like,
wrong? What's wrong with me being white though?
yo, like, oh, hold up, what's
Is
up with
that the
this?
thought you had? Like
Well,
what
it's
is?
more like, yo, it's like, why is it that I speak like this and this is black? What does that mean
Yeah,
for black people
like
that don't
what?
necessarily come
What?
from an environment where they can code switch real easy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about this, and look, I've had a conversation where it's like, yo, your slang is not professional enough for the pay grade you're trying to enter, my guy. I'm like, that's a real thing. Like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
bro.
and that means that like if you're coming from a
That's a real thing,
situation where
man.
maybe all you
Let me let me let me tell you what's a real thing, dog. You're born with a certain name. That
yo
CV
facts
getting thrown out.
facts
That
yo
CV getting duppied as soon as it's
facts
there. We don't even need to hear the slang. We don't even need to hear your chat. We don't even need to nothing. That I see your name and it's yan. That you yan, bro. I don't need to hear your chat. But
big
it's
facts
it's
yo
it's a blessing
anyway
to even be able to get the foot in the door and say, you know what, yo, yeah, I sound a certain way, but you know,
look, I seen things I can't
let me show
comment
you
on.
let me show you you should
Let me
keep
just
me
say
type of thing.
I can't go specific. I can co-sign that that's real from the other side of the fence. Real.
Yeah, it's definitely real. I mean,
I've
I've
been on
seen
the other side of the fence having some conversations where I'm like, am I really like having this conversation in real
yeah,
life?
people are like, oh, I can't even say this name.
No, but it's more like
Man, you're like, bro, like, what if
anyway,
that's the dopest
like,
worker we ever had? But
but they don't
it's
know
just
it
not
because
no.
it's like, yo, here's what happens. You end up being like, yo, but our clientele is American. So if they sound a certain way, and here's what happens. Americans are like that, my guy. Like they are
Yeah,
fucking like that. When you do customer service with Americans, they're like, you're not in America. And that's like a real thing that people have to like they're better now because they've accepted that this is the reality of shits. But like, yo, so when
there's
you
other places.
so like but when you're hiring in a situation like that, like I'm not saying that I've done it, I can't not my company, but like I know for a fact that yo they language discriminate on that CV shit in call centers. Like they go, oh, that dude does not have a really white name, he gets called after the other name, and that's facts. And yo, just like the level of facts that is, my last name is Roy. Do you know how blessed I am? I have a French last name in Quebec. I am like in a nepotistic path to like more money just
Yeah,
because people assume that I can speak French. And this is like some shit that got exposed in the media, like something like 90 something percent of all the people in high positions of power have last names in the language sphere of mine. And I'm like, whoa, that is what privilege probably fucking really is. Like, I don't need, it's like kind of CV level. I
yeah,
get hired faster on some shit. And I'm like,
of course. And like that's what you know what I mean. And all these things is it has nothing. You can't ever look at it like is something that you have power over or that you have any participation over.
nah,
It's just part of the Babylon system that people like you and I and the comment section are born into, right? It's just a little system that we're born
nah,
into, and we just have to deal with it. It's either we're okay with it or we speak up and maybe a change will come. But if we
mm,
do our part and you know what I mean, just the fact that let me put it like this, just the fact that Canada Clan of the ENT has gave a platform to me, Par, and Tizzy specifically. Like Mando is doing all the artwork. She's so incredible. She's done so much for us. A lot of booking, a lot of just management stuff. She's the queen. But I mean, like face wise, Par, Tizzy, Deusgod. When there is a certain population of motherfuckers in Montreal that if you say the word clan, the first thing that comes to mind is three black dudes. You understand?
Wait,
Like you say
what?
clan,
Is
you
that a
say
real
clan,
thing?
you say clan, and the first thing that comes to mind is me,
Oh, okay. I see what you're
his.
saying. Okay, okay,
You get
okay,
what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, okay,
You
okay.
say
It took a
clan.
second. That's
You say
wicked
clan. You
stills,
get what I'm saying? You get what I'm
bro.
saying? You see how it even had to crack into your head? Like it's how it goes. Like you say clan, clan.
Okay.
You say clan, and it's gonna be me, him, and him. It's
Yo, but
gonna be
that's
three
facts.
dudes who look like us, who is gonna come
Yo,
into
you
your
know
head and be
marketing,
like,
my guy.
"Wow," you understand? So we took this kind of aspect of like anger and negativity and hate and this and that and turned it into like a togetherness. Like, nah, this is us, and this is you gonna remember that time that you was getting drunk at this club listening to us and turning up. You gonna remember the time we took some
Yo,
photos.
I
You gonna
like it.
remember the time that we chatted. You gonna remember the culture that we represent, and you gonna remember that whether you're Indian, whether you're native, whether you're female, male, gay, straight, anything, dog, you're gonna remember that we were riding for you. You understand? We were riding for you the whole time, dog. And this is just what music does. Music brings the people together, dog. And this is all we want from Clan of the ENT, dog, is just to bring the people together, dog, and really show dog, that we have a culture, an underground culture, and it's bigger than what's going on with the whole Babylon system. The Babylon system is mash up, dog. Who knows what it's all about? But we know what this music thing is about, and the music thing is about togetherness, dog. We could really rock with that. You understand? So